Hello everyone, welcome to it. Hopefully now it's started recording. But yes, so if you ever played Just Cause 3, you will know there is never this amount of fucking friendly AI. Like, look at the fucking army that showed up here. I have, let's see, a squad, another two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 friendly AI in this small area. And 3 technical. Oh, no, wait, it's gone up from whatever it was to 2 more. There's 3 technicals here. I'm sorry, but I've played this game I can show you how much I've played this game actually. This is how much I've played this game. I've completed all of this. Alright. It's one area because I can't be asked to get that. That makes the difference to the story. I'm on the last mission. I haven't bothered to play it because I can't be asked. I've completed most of this area as well. This area is quite difficult. And look, how many fucking AI. I have never seen this amount of AI in one spot. And you think I'm joking? So many of them bobbling. So I'm just gonna quickly pop to, I don't know, a village like this, reasonable size. Even the fucking city doesn't have that amount of friendlies. But let's go to this nearby town. This one's normally, I don't know. Let's go to an equal size. This one. It's quite a city, biggish one. Alright, so now we're in another town. Let's just go down. Excuse me. Let's go down. Let's see how many AI we see. Let's do a spotting game. So, in every town, there's normally 1 technical with a team. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This here, what you're seeing here, is special. So this is what I'm going to explain. Normally in these games, they have like little scenarios. This is when normal men come from, and they're normally like this. So that's quite a few. Actually, to be fair, what am I saying? There is normal amount of AI. You'd never see them in one spot. Like around the base, you see quite a few. But that was like, actually, what am I thinking? The smaller the town in this game, the more AI. Try to set limited, but that was in like an area like this, where there's normally like 1. It was compact, wasn't it? Also, I'm just going to explain why that happened. So the game decided that a mech, an enemy mech from this island was going to appear. What happened when it appeared? Well, all of a sudden, all these friendly AI spawning like right here, like big blob of them, just shoot up a mech. Mech disappears, the AI friendly to a main. I think it was an error. Who knows? Also, if you know this trick, if you honk your horn,
my mother always told me a rebel.
Yeah, friendly's getting your car. That's a trick. If you don't know that, well, there's your trick. Good thing about this trick, if I drive. Oh, I don't think it works in Watch Dogs 3. But if you did this in Watch Dogs 4 and you jumped out, and this is the helicopter, they even get helicopters in Just Cause 4. It's kind of cool. Just Cause 4. I know people say it's bad and this game's better. I would agree that Just Cause 3 is better than 4. For some minor details. I like 3's controls. Right, so mainly I like the keypad thing. So it's up, explosives, blang, blang. I like that. The new one is very bad because like you use this and you use your bottom left and you pull it yourself. I get what they're trying to do in the new one. They're trying to experiment with like balloon ropes to make it really a sandbox, but it's not the same as on here. Not as many things are destructible in 4. I think 4 was like No Man's Sky. Have you ever seen the game No Man's Sky? In the sense that they promoted it as a big thing, showed all YouTubers, and suddenly they were stuck like that. A business had sold it, and they kind of, developers couldn't go any further without delaying, and they couldn't delay, so it came out. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I enjoyed it. I played the entire fucking game. I loved it. Brilliant ending. Brilliant gameplay. I'm on my second run round. I've replayed the entire game with my second run. And yeah, I'm enjoying it again.
Hey, Aquila! Ready to swoop down and free some of your comrades? A nearby truck is...
Also, I like this about this game, which is quite weird. But in this game, I wish it was like 4. 4 you have enemies just driving around normally, which is quite cool. In this game you don't have that, which is alright. And this game you have friendlies, like how the enemies are called and that. 4 is like a bit different, a lot harder with AIs, tanks are more common. In this game it's very rare to see a tank. Actually no, that's a lie. It's quite easy to get tanks from after you. You don't get friendlies and tanks, you don't get friendly air jets often. You don't see enemy jets as often as you do in 4. And 4 is very cool. It's got the best DLCs for like vehicles. They're blooming brilliant. I mean, I loved that about the other one, the new version. Like, it was a brilliant game, brilliant concepts. This game had some amazing things like the shooting range challenges and stunts, and I can just show you DLCs. So this is all the DLC, and that's not DLC. Where is it? This is the DLC. What do I get from those DLCs? Also, I like the care packages from this. A lot more than the new one. I'm not gonna lie, but there's a lot more weapons in the new one, and they all have like second functions, like special abilities that each can. So like one's like a really shitty like rifle, it's single fire, but it can lock on every target around you and bang. Awesome. The new game's awesome. So DLCs you get weapons like this, and you get none of these. You get this, which is cool. I liked it, but it's not something I'm paying for. This is the baddest sniper. The new one you don't get like these things. Like fucking awesome weapons are in this game. The mini nuke. That is its explosion. I could shut it off. You have vehicles, military vehicles. What I liked about this game was, that's the DLC one, it gives you like the preview. In the new one there's tanks and all this, but it's not the same feel as this one. These are the tanks in this. This tank is fucking awesome. It's got a shield, it's badass, it's in the game. I have got a couple like DLC things because, you know, I play games with DLCs and you get them. In this one, I'm going to say planes are easier. I mean, you can stand on the roof on like 4 and the jet will slowly fucking go down. In this one, it will slowly keep going up, which actually is quite better. I like that more. I'd rather my plane going up in a loop than rather it going down it goes. Like, as soon as you step out the engine part or pilot area, it acts as if it's going down, like no engine power. When it's got full throttle and you've just exited. This one the throttle stays on. Actually, I want to show that off. So let's go to the main airbase. This is the big fucking base. I actually destroyed this base before the mission. It's why I have a clip on my channel, if you see it, of where I'm with the nuclear missile. It's firing the rockets up in the air, which are the nuclear ones, and I'm just stood in the middle. Because I did it before the mission told me to, and that's what this game's freedoms allow. And I like this game mode. So they brought a DLC into 4 where they explained it's like Just Cause 3, and I went, I never played Just Cause 3 until this one on offer, and I bought it and I was like, yes, it was the best buy I ever got. And I played Just Cause 4, never played on the others, and I was like, yeah, this game was fun. And I was like, I took over the base, and when there was a big base in that, also in a snowy hill, I couldn't take it out. And I was like, oh, gutting. So yeah, these nuclear things don't work anymore, which is annoying. I liked when it worked. But yeah, I was playing long range game from the hill up there, trying to get a mech up there and shoot at this place, and I did. I spent ages blumming the place and flew in. Fucking difficult. I think 4 is actually quite cool because this is like rebel group as that. There was like at the borderlines here, there would be a battlefield like on a border here, and I loved that about the newer game. It was kind of cool that it was like, yeah, so let's have a battlefield where you've not taken, kind of show you it's like a war. This one doesn't feel like that, but this game is awesome itself. Like, I loved it. I mean, I had a jetpack in, there's a tank. That will show you how fucking rare the tanks are. This is the main base. What I like about, what I like about this one is, jets take off on the road, which, to be fair, I know it sounds fucking lame, I know it sounds boring and stupid, but as not as it cool as that sounds, it's pretty cool to see jets just take off when you come into a base. Compared to 4, there's none of that. The bases feel, except from like helicopters, they have the same thing with helicopters flying over. It feels a bit more dead and dull. I mean, this game has its like broken bits, like the lights here. There's some, I'm gonna take them out, but what does that matter? It's just like, it looks fucking cool. I don't care. And this game has a lot more of a different feel. Like flying in a lot more Easter eggs in 4 than 3. I'm not gonna say there's more, but there's different Easter eggs. I can't remember if it's this one or a new one, but they have actually an Easter egg where it's just Take On Me, and it was Take On Me playing over and over again, and you go through the tunnels. Trains are in both the games, which I like. I have played a bit of Just Cause 1, or was it 2? One of those, and it's a lot different than 3 and 4. And I kind of got in the series seeing a YouTuber play it, and I was like, I like the look of this game, it looks fun. And I was like, yeah, it's fun as fuck. By the way, I'm not even holding my controller right now. All I'm waiting, this is my character doing all this. Like, flying in this game is no physical challenge, which is pretty cool when you glide. Like, it's not hard. Fighting in this game is awesome. It's like, also, R3, if you know what it is, like your D-pad. If you click that, that's how you aim at that. It's kind of cool. Because the other one, it's like you aim with your left, but in this one, your left is used for that. Oh, if you know what that is, it's when you grab on things and you pull it. It looks pretty bad because it's quite heavy. No. And also to cancel you have to do things, so it's... Also you can also left click and boom! Which is in both games, but I just love this game more. Combat in the new one is like a swell, but this one's like use of fists, which is not so nice. This game has a different feel. It feels more like a sandbox than... Actually, it feels more like a game than a sandbox, because 4 feels more like a sandbox game than this one, not gonna lie. This one feels more like an actual game, because of how the game controls are. It's pretty cool. This jetpack is better than the new one. The new one's only rockets, and since making the last video when I played it, or I don't think I made a video, I re-downloaded it. One of my DLCs broke, so it wouldn't give me back some items which I had bought, and I had the gold edition of the game, and they're not there anymore. Like a stealth jet which literally went invisible, which was kind of cool, and then the jetpack in that game, and it's gone, and I was just like, oh, you're joking. But this game's just so much cooler how it feels, and there's a lot more tree and foliage, no lag. I've had no lag in this game. Oh shit! To explain to you what I mean about flying, I kind of took it off. I'm gonna put the flaps up. In both these games, jets are really quick to take off, which is kind of good. But what I mean is, my point is like this way. I point it like here. Like, oh bugger! I clicked the wrong button. I clicked eject when I meant to click this. To be fair, there's a lot more to do with trains, like cannons on the trains, and this one. But yeah, this train line is kind of cool, and also the anti-air on this is kind of fucking vehicle thing. Switch to anti-air. There's a lot more anti-air in this game than there was in the other game. The other game had like everywhere there's like these anti-air machines, and unlike this game where the anti-air defences, or there's even like missile launchers that fire anti-air. This train is terrifying, by the way. All the rockets on this fire at once. It's fucking terrifying. So yeah. In this one, a lot more of the game's anti-air is kind of better and will do more damage. The AI are about the same. They both defeat each other about the same. In both, I think in this one the AI are a bit better and the about equal to the enemy in this game, which is kind of cool. In the other one, it would actually make your AI seem really stupid, you know, fight really inaccurate. In this game, the AI hit each other, which is really cool. Also, my favourite thing about this game is just look how beautiful this game is. See, I'm not saying the other one isn't, because 4 has amazing things. The things that sold 4, which really was the goal of the thing, was they had weather. So you could have tornadoes, sandstorms, snowstorms, lightning storms, twisters, and all sorts made by the game, and it was fucking badass. Now, here's one enemy zone looks like. This is the only zone. The reason I haven't destroyed the zone because I still want the enemies. Like, look at the light effects on these vehicles. The fucking look at that. None of this in 4. And in the other games, if you got this close to an enemy, nothing will happen. In this game, I feel like it was a lot cooler because there's checkpoints all around, and not the other game where bases. I have to go to the bases over here, but bases just mean you have to destroy shit, and that shit always remains destroyed. Whereas in 4, that shit's never destroyed, and you only have to do a mission to complete, which is cool in itself. And then from respawn, so you can always hit the explosions. That's why it's more of a sandbox, because this one just makes you feel like, yeah, I destroyed shit, and that's gone. But this game was a lot more cool though. I mean, in Watchdog, the new one, as much as I love what's in it, and like all the weapons and tech, it just doesn't beat 3. 3 is the original good game that sold. Like, if you haven't played 3, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend anyone play it. Here's the map. So you start here. In 4, you start like the main base, you're getting shit and you're like far away. 4 is more of a ginormous map. Like, it'd probably be as big as this, but it's just a giant map. This is actually, I think it's smaller, to be fair. But a lot more little towns and cities, which is quite cool. And this one cars more common lorries as well. vehicle ratios were different in the other game, but this one you see a lot more friendly vehicles. That's kind of cool. But this one, you start off fighting the enemy, and you end up here. I can't remember the story well. This shows how long I've played from the beginning. It took a long time. I also got this DLC, the Eden airship, which was fucking difficult. Fucking difficult. Little drones everywhere. Fucking the maddest shit I ever had to do in this game. I don't know what the end mission of that is. I think that's the Eden, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Eden shit. I think if I complete that one, I think you go into the final mission, you get like the zone weapon where you can just blare hell from space. Oh, and the flare system. I love that. If you're on like an on-air convoluted area, you get flares and that to like travel. But at the beginning of the game, that is massive. You can't fast travel unless you have flares. In both games, it's really broken. I mean, not really, because if you fast travel while you can fast travel while you're in combat. Like if there's too much combat, I just fast travel, which sounds dirty, but really, truth is, you never lose them, and it's like, why wouldn't I? This game's also cool because it has the church as an option. You can actually hide in the church and let time pass. There's a lot more to these games than like on the cover, because in especially 4, like you never expect things. I'm going to show you the missiles. They're going to fire. No, I'm not going to bother aggroing it. But it would basically fire a volley of rockets at me, which I have to dodge like this. Which is an absolute pain. But yeah. There's also a lot more like... How can I explain it? There's a lot more to this game in the sense that I could do a lot more mischief. Like, I have the GE64 explosives, which you can just on any service and have it go bang, which is fucking cool. Whereas in the new game, a lot more of this game is like just fun, just do what you want. Only downside to this game is there's actually only like a couple. So there's one, two, and there'll be, where is it? 3 major air bases in this game. And what I mean by major is they're big enough so you could take up a cargo plane. 4, made that 4, but that airfield's a fucking nightmare to turn. There's not many big air bases. Oh yes, this is your starting point. So you come here to your base, which is fucking awesome, and I'll show you why. But you start the game like, this is cool. There's a lot in this game, a lot more story. I'd say a lot more story, because in the new one the story's a bit generic, if that makes sense. It's not bad, but it's not like I'm really caring about the story. But in this one, the story's fun. Like one mission, the entire mission is you've got a box of crates of alcohol in the back and you're just driving to get them there without smashing them, which is quite a cool mission. It's one of the early missions, which is cool. This is your base. This is the main base on the island. I know there's one on the other game, and that's like this as well. Like one of those bases you have on an island. I know it's not this game, is it? It's the other game what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's definitely the other game. Well, you have these bases, and it doesn't matter which part of the game you're on, you have this main base. And one of the other games has like a little airport, and I don't think I went there. Yeah. And what is always cool about the main base is there's always a mission where this thing gets attacked, and it's like one of the coolest missions. But yeah, this is the main base, which I love. Like the aircraft carrier. Like, there's a lot of World War II planes in this, and I'm not even joking about that. Because this base is kind of cool and badass. Because like, have a look at it. There's a little boat with a gun on it, even though that's an actual gunboat. Oh, I know what's in here. I found out what's in these recently by just accidentally exploding one. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. These are life rafts, which actually float. How badass is that? It's an actual floating raft in the game, which is cool. This is also the thing I like about bases. Like, you can come in and just do a shooting course. Now, I've completed this one. Probably not the best, just enough to get it. So I'll shoot me. Here's a gun course. Oh no, I did quite well, I just didn't get high enough. But yeah, they're normally quite cool. I got closer than last time, but that's just to give you a point. Woo-hoo-hoo! Damn it! I was actually close. I wasn't actually paying attention, but that's what I mean. Like, that's quite cool. And what does that do, you ask? Well, if you go into geared mods, I haven't got all of them. I haven't completed any of these courses, but they increase your explosives, and I don't really care about grenades, so I never did that one. These are things I've got for my explosives, but when I activate, you got rockets, which are in the new game, but that's standard now, which sucks. Proximity, safety, I turn that off, because that's fucking sucks. I don't care. I'm not going to do any explosive courses because they are a pain. But you can get up to like 5. You currently have 4, which is more than... You used to get 4, you get 3, now you get 4, now you get 5 type thing. I completed all the gun weapon ones, so enough that I get aim fire. Then I get my reload speed for weapons. Then my special ammo, which is my rockets, which improves a lot. These are all the extensions for cables. I got my wing boost things. I got driving. I've got... Here's another one for like aeroplanes. I've got things for... I've got flares for aeroplanes, travel flares. I've got none of the boat ones because I can be asked. This is for the air suit, which I've got extra rockets for. I can get 3 rockets. I can upgrade this a lot, but I can't be asked because that course is difficult. The mech, I haven't done any for yet. And the Eden rocket, which, look what the first one is. Eden has a much shorter cooldown. Eden reduces build-up time. Eden powering up is a lot more power. Eden recharge time. Eden is fucking powerful as fuck. That type of thing. And what else is there? There's a leaderboard. Why? Because why the fuck not? Call out inboxes. Call out. Featuring scores. So Are these mine? Yeah, these are mine. Alright. So, my furthest headshot was 457 meters. My longest, my precision kills. 4 headshots. Headshots are quite difficult. 1 gun, 1 kill streak is 13. So these are not pretty good. Speed, my longest drift is 33 meters. I've got 1 hit and 1 because, yeah. Kill streaks of grenades, parachute shit, you know, it's standard stuff in these games, which is cool. Here's my challenge scores. Didn't do any of these yet. Here's the chaos scores. My chaos score is currently quite high. Yeah, so this is the thing I mean, like there's driving courses and it unlocks shit for your vehicles. In the new game, there's shit like that, but instead it just unlocks into the one thing, which sucks. How do I get upstairs again? There's a lot. Right, in the new game they have, in the other game they have a base. Yes, it is definitely a game because it's Mario. Mario! Oh wait, he's in this one. No, it's someone else because the scientist is in it. And it's definitely not this game. Yeah, because it's a separate thing. But it's kind of a cool little base in between like all these things. So I'm really curious now if it is this game or the other game, but I don't believe it's this game because that makes no sense because I would have seen it. But in the other game, I definitely know there's a base in the middle of nowhere, an air base. So here's what I mean about like bases. Why this base is so cool? First of all, it has a jet and 2 World War II type aircraft. These are actually quite rare. It says you only find these in like 2 to 3 bases. Most of the airfield bases have these. I mean like 2 of them. Not like the actual airfield bases, like the bases that are something else with an airport have these. So 2 of them, really. This is World War II like that, which is kind of cool. And what's cool is being less accurate, so like aim for the map and go right, yeah, it's not accurate. And what I love about this game is, in the other game, as soon as you take off the road, enemies have spotted. It's like fucking terrifying when you first oh shit, I got the far. And the button as well. I honestly can't remember the button now. Because I think it's triangle, but then that's the other game where you have the option to change guns and things, which is kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot more to these games than normal games. This is cool. So these 2 cities here are separate, and I took over this one, not that one, and you could hear the blaring of like propaganda, which is also things like Far Cry 4, which I love. And there was like propaganda, like convoys driving past. It's like, Pegamin is a good man type things. I loved Far Cry 4. I still love Far Cry 4. I also got Far Cry 4 before I played Far Cry 5. And Far Cry 4 was perfect. I also played a bit of Blood Dragon, I mean the DLC. I played Far Cry Original as well, I played a bit of that. That was fucking cool. I played Far Cry 3 as well. I didn't play it fully through, but I played a bit of it, like an hour or 2, which I quite enjoyed. But it wasn't the gunplay in that was cool, but not brilliant. Far Cry 2, I know is a brilliant game, had a lot more to it, like guns could break and shit, which was kind of cool, stopped you like overusing a gun. Got Far Cry 4 had like really cool things with guns and arrows, flamethrowers, tigers, you can ride a fucking elephant. and I do, and you can drive cars, you can have allies. In Far Cry 4 you have allies in a different way, because you're used to calling up hired guns. In Far Cry actually it was shit, because you used to hire like one guy to go in and fuck up a base, but you could do nothing but distract. That's the truth. In Far Cry 5 you had like your own ally tree, and you can hire any ally, like Opal Rebel, and make them an ally, and it will have separate skills and all sorts of bullshit, and it's random. They have to kill a certain amount of people and then they unlock skills, and they're kind of cool. They get 3 major skills, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I like the games. Far Cry games are quite normally good. Even looking at like Far Cry Dawn or whatever it was, they had a reference to 5 in 4 with Pegaman. No, with the guy who was a cult leader comes fucking back and he says, I was wrong about the Bliss. And the Bliss, like the ending of Far Cry 5 is one of the coolest. And there's actually an ending in Far Cry 5, like 4, where you just stand still for 20 minutes and the game just fucking ends. At the beginning bit where you can arrest them and you go, stand there for 10 minutes, and it's like, okay, we'll go. And same as 4, if you wait in the room for him to stop torturing the guy in Far Cry 4, then you're available to literally go and just shoot him and spread your ashes and leave. Never have to get involved with the rebels. That is the whole story. In Far Cry, there's always that thing, like in Far Cry 4, I haven't even completed that. But just playing, because I know Far Cry games, when you complete it, that's complete, and I don't want to do that. But the missions, they have options, and I always go for which option's easier and which option can I be asked to do. Because it was like stealth, which was like, I hate stealth. In Far Cry, stealth is very fucking difficult, especially in 4. It was a pain. And the reason stealth was a pain was you had to take out all the radio towers, normally, if it's not that. But Far Cry was also cool because one of the missions was the CIA came over and they're like, could you help us with this? And then I'll help you. And the CIA just goes, thank you for helping me. Bye-bye. And they just betray you. It's like, the reason you wonder is like, alright, tell me about Pegaman, where I can find him and kill him. And they were like, they were covering up their backstory to why they were there and what they did in the snowy desert. They were trying to cover up their tracks, basically. And you just get betrayed because of, I know, something you didn't give a shit about and you weren't involved with, and they just thought you would give it away, which is kind of funny. If you think about it, because you're there for a different reason, and you're covering it up. Then there's also the animals, which is kind of cool. The animal's skin, you had to kill an animal normally. Far Cry Primal, I've seen a little bit. It looks quite good. I haven't played it, but I'd love to. So would I like to play Far Cry 6. That would be a conventional thing. I'd probably play that a lot later than other people would. But that's a very cool game. Far Cry, I spent, I don't know if I can actually show you my home screen, but I spent a good couple 18 to 20 fucking hours. Probably more. Especially Far Cry 4 and 5. So I play those games just for the hunt. Well, that's everything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.